Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I didn't do my blending job very good right there. All right, so first of all, before I even introduce myself, let me tell you what just happened and the reason that I'm late. I was like, so I'm getting ready for my live, and it's like 12:48. Of course, I'm in there like frantically putting on my makeup because we're taking down Christmas decorations and whatever today. My daughter comes in there. I'm gonna try to slow down because I'm like really upset right now. So my daughter comes in there, Macy. She's 8, and long story short, my windshield has been cracked. I was like, what? Neighborhood kids playing rocks, I don't know what. Anyways, I'm looking at it right now. She comes in, windshield's been broken. I have like 8 minutes till I go live. Eye makeup's not finished, so I'm just like, right? So I was like trying to find the silver lining in this so I don't lose my sanity, because it's not a cool way to start off 2019. And I was like, what a great intro, because Senegence, hey you guys, glad to see you guys on. I was hoping I'd be able to see comments. I was like, what a great intro and silver lining. As terrible as it is, my deductible is going to be $500 to replace my windshield. So thank goodness that I do have a side hustle, Senegence. So normally without that, that would take me a couple of months to save up on my teacher salary, but I know that I can go live a few times this week and do some live sales. Let me get that ugliness out of the way. And I know that by the end of the week, I can have the money to replace my windshield and not be driving around looking like this in my car. Oh my goodness. So, hey you guys. So I apologize. So sorry for being late, but was not planning on that happening. But like I said, case in point, good news is I have a second job, Senegence, and so I know that I can make that $500 super quick this week. All right, so I'm going to hide the comments. Hey, Heather, because I'll get super distracted and I'll wander. So I'm going to hide them for now. And then at the end, I'll kind of go back. Heather, I see that you're on. Any distributors that are watching, if you can answer people's questions, that would be super awesome. And then at the end of the video, I'll go back and I'll answer anything that I can. Okay, so without further ado, I took notes because without them, I tend to ramble. So I saw this. Let me just tell you this one thing. I saw this super great quote on Facebook yesterday, and it said, my mind is like my internet browser. There are 19 tabs open, 3 are frozen, and I can't find out where the music is coming from. Like, welcome to my brain, okay? So I took some notes. So really quickly, let me go ahead and get started. I am here to tell you my Senegence story. I am so nervous I could vomit. I've never really told my story live to a group of people, mainly because I don't think it's like that great, but people keep telling me that it is. So I'm just going to let the mess be the message and hope that it reaches some of you and touches some of you and is relatable to many of you. My name is Tiffani Cupit-White. I am 2017, also known as 37.5. I am a wife. I just got married at the age of 35. Okay, so I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I have one daughter. Her name is Macy. She's 8.5 years old, and we celebrate half birthdays at our house, in case you can't tell. And we all have our half birthdays in November. So we just celebrated. I do have an only child, Macy. She deserves all the things in the world, and she's really my why behind what I do. I am currently a school teacher. I've been teaching 8th grade science. I am in year 13. And I wish I had one of those really cool stories where I was like, oh, I made so much money. I had like this bazillion-dollar team, and I'm a stay-at-home mom now. It's not my story yet. I hope that it will be someday. But I am a teacher of 13 years. I love teaching. It's like teaching is my jam. Teaching is my calling, no matter what capacity. I just love teaching in general. I've got a teacher's heart. I did just graduate with my master's degree, which is like the main thing of this video, if you saw, and it was all paid for by Senegence. I started my graduate degree in June of 2017. I joined Senegence in July of 2017, and I'll tell you how that all got started in just a second. But I did just graduate with my master's, and I don't say that to brag. I am super proud of it. And the fact that I am debt-free over that, my undergrad is a different story, but the fact that I'm debt-free from that is phenomenal. And my doctorate degree does start in June, and my end goal has always been to be a professor. So I want to be a university professor, and I want to teach teachers, undergrad teachers, graduate teachers. I just want to share all of the things about teaching. That's always been my end goal since I was an undergrad. I'm getting like off topic. That's like way later in my notes. But I was born in Grand Prairie, Texas, and I am currently in the Houston area in Conroe, Texas. I'm going on year 7 here. And I've heard some phenomenal direct sales stories. Like I said, I hope that mine can reach some of you. And again, I'm going to let the mess be the message, because this is a hot mess express right here. So I fell into direct sales on complete accident. I didn't seek it out. I wasn't looking for anything. I didn't even mean to start selling lip syncs. Like, it just happened. Like I said, I joined in July of 2017. So I am 18 months in. I'm done with the first page of notes, you guys. Isn't that exciting? And there's only 4 pages. All right. So I've always been very skeptical of direct sales companies, like my whole life. Not interested. You know, I think most of society looks down on the direct sales industry, you know, for whatever reason. Like, people think it's sleazy. I've always heard, if it's sleazy or if it's easy, then it's sleazy. And I'm here to tell you that Senegence is not easy. Okay. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of work, but you have a lot of support with some really awesome products, and you can do some phenomenal things for yourself and your family. Pyramid schemes, no thanks. Didn't even really know what that was. I just know that if it makes a pyramid, I'm not interested. So I've avoided it my entire life, you guys. My entire life I've avoided it. And like Callie, I watched a little bit of her story this morning, and she was a skeptic, and I'd like to say that so was I. And I still am a lot of times. A lot of people approach you a lot of the times. There's so many direct sales companies that you can get into, and it's easy to be a skeptic, especially if you're not an optimist. So, but anyways, I've just never been interested. So here's what happened. Right here. Miranda, if you're watching, this is all your fault. So, my friend at work, Miranda, my teaching partner, she is now in the Dallas area, but she was like, oh my gosh, I got this lipstick. You got to try it. And I'm like, no thanks. Burt's Beeswax all the way. Not interested in your lipstick. She's like, just try it. Long story short, I tried it. Caramel apple was the first color that I tried. And I remember chapstick, you guys, for 15 years. Put on a little bit of gloss for a Christmas party here and there. That's it. And wore the same, Walgreens, drugstore makeup, Revlon, Almay, my whole life. Same colors. Didn't get different with it. Whatever. Boring. Same since I was 17 years old. Miranda has me put on caramel apple, and I'm passing by the bathroom, going, hey girl, hey girl, hey. I felt really stinking pretty with just some lipstick on. And not to mention, it's not just lipstick. You guys know, lip syncs is the jam. It doesn't come off. Waterproof, budge-proof, smear-proof. This was life-changing for me. Literally. Caramel apple changed my life. I lost 30 pounds that summer. I was feeling more pretty and more confident than ever. I started getting into this whole makeup thing, and it was just really, really neat the way that it all happened. Well, I didn't mean to sell it, but what had happened was I was in an 8-week period, you guys, I had spent $400 on lipstick and glosses. I cannot do that on a teacher's salary. I can't justify doing that and taking from my baby. She's not a baby, she's 8.5, but taking from my baby. I just couldn't justify the amount of money that I was spending. I couldn't continue with it. And then I saw somewhere on someone's page, my cousin's, who I didn't even know was selling lip syncs. I didn't even know that you could sell it, if I'm telling you the real truth. That's how ignorant I was to direct sales and whatever. But the girl that I was buying from never once said, hey, you could sell this and get a discount. It could save you money. She never once offered me that. And I saw my cousin post it, and she was like, hey, join my team for $55 and get anywhere from 20 to 50% off your products. And I'm like, I need that in my life, because I foresee this being a problem. So I literally signed up just for the discount. And then the more that you order at one time, the higher your discount is. So of course I'm like, Mom, look at this lipstick. Sister, look at this lipstick. Grandma, check this out. I'm like telling, my people that are closest to me, like, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It doesn't come off. It's like epic. And of course they're like, yes. And so everybody's ordering it. So I get some orders together to place my first order so that I can get the 50% off, because if I can get 50% off, duh, I'm going to. And, that's how that started. And then I was like on Facebook and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, look at this stuff. It's amazing. Have you seen this? Because if you haven't, male or female, if you're into makeup, you need to see this and you need it in your life. And then out of nowhere, it just like exploded and people were like, I want it. I didn't even know that we had other products. I had no idea that we had a phenomenal skincare line. I had no idea that we had makeup. I had no idea that we had a Senegence line, a body care line, like a perfume. I had no idea. Parfum. I'm sorry. I had no idea. So what was about to happen in my life? So anyways, so it all started with lip scents and just wanting to get a discount, and then it snowballed into something like super epic, like really quickly, and that was just in the summer of 2017. So there's that of what actually happened. So direct sales actually found me. I wasn't looking to do it to make any extra income like that. That wasn't, no, I just wanted a discount, and that's what happened. People were like, wow, that is really epic. And then I got into the skincare later that August, and then the makeup that September, and then people just love our products. They just do. So anyways, that is what happened. That's what led me to direct sales. Total accident, but I'm so thankful and so fortunate that it happened, because I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's been a super phenomenal, fun journey. I've learned a lot of things. I've made a lot of friends, friends that I didn't know that I needed. It's just been super awesome. So let me look at my notes here, because I'm like, again, all over the place. Oh yeah. And start your own business for $55. Like, can't beat that deal with a stick, right? Actually comes out to like 67 and some change. But still can't beat that deal with a stick. So yeah, I signed up. I was super excited about that. But hold on. I'm going to try not to cry right here, because okay. I'm gathering it. Okay. So I don't have a super large team like some of the people that you're going to hear. I don't have a $35 million team. I don't have a $6 million team. I barely made a $100,000 team, but I was busy. I tried to give myself some grace because I was busy working on my graduate degree to better my income for my family, because this is where I'm going to try not to cry. It's happening. Stop it. Okay. So as a teacher, you know that we don't make a whole lot of money. $50,000, 55 if you're lucky. I'm in year 13. I think it's like in my current district, I'm like at 54,000. And I'm going to be stuck in that bubble for the rest of my life, which was fine. Totally fine. I chose that career because I love it, but when I chose that career, I was 19 years old. And at 19, being a car hop at Sonic, $4,000 a month sounds like a crap ton of money, doesn't it? And then you get older and you get a family and you get married, and then you have car payments and you have mortgage payments, and you have, maybe you don't, maybe you will, but you have children that you want to give everything to that you did or didn't get when you were younger. Amy, I said my why didn't make me cry, and here I am. So on a teacher's salary, you just can't do a whole lot that you want to do outside of your bubble, but I love teaching and I wouldn't change it for the world. So I focus, I don't have a large team. I don't have huge commas in my commission checks. I focus a lot on direct sales, and with that, I'm able to bring in a lot of extra income. To me, $1,000 extra a month is a lot. And that's what I focus on, bringing in $1,000 extra a month, because it's super helpful. Who wouldn't want that? And so that's honestly my goal every month, is to bring in $1,000 extra. And you saw that, with that $1,000 extra, and I'm not trying to brag or, put this in your face, like, look at all of my success. I just want you to know that it's possible for anybody. And with that $1,000 extra a month, sometimes it's $2,000, sometimes it's $1,500, sometimes it's $500, but more consistently than not, I aim for $1,000 extra a month. And I paid for my master's degree debt-free. I will pay for my doctorate degree debt-free. I'll start working on my undergraduate payoff, and things like that. I wish I had a cool story that's like, I'm totally debt-free. All 70,000 of my loans have been paid off, but they haven't. But I'll get there. I'm not a stay-at-home mom yet. I didn't get this huge big team and grow and all of these things and get to become a stay-at-home mom yet. I hope that that's in my future, but I've been focusing on my education lately. That was hard. I'm glad I'm not crying anymore. I think I can get through it now. But I've just been stuck at that $50,000 bubble. And for a lot of people, that's okay. And for me, it was okay. But now that I'm not stuck at that bubble, I have been able to not only pay for my graduate degree, my doctorate degree coming up. I've said it 3 times now. I'm rambling. But the things that I've been able to do for Macy and for my family, we have traveled so much. Not because I earned trips from Senegence, but because I saved the money and I took Macy and my nephew to Disney. We've never been to Disney. I went when I was little, when I was like 6. We went to Disney. I saved for 10 months for that with Senegence money. It was thousands of dollars, as you can imagine. You know how expensive Disney is or can be. We went to Disney in October. The very first thing that I did for myself, we went to Lake Tahoe, which is where we were married, and Macy didn't go because it was a destination wedding. It was a wedding moon. So we've been to Lake Tahoe 3 times. I've paid for the airfare and the hotel and the entire stay with all Senegence money. My spouse didn't have to worry about anything. It was all on me. So let's see, this summer we went to Vegas. We went to Lake Tahoe again, my favorite place on earth. We've been to the Grand Canyon. We've been, to San Francisco at least 3 times, if not 4. I love to travel, and I get that from my mother. She was a travel agent when I was younger, and I was able to go all over the world with her. And that's something that I've never been able to provide for Macy until recently, the last few years. And that's really the drive of most of why I do what I do, is so that I can give Macy what she needs. First of all, can you guys hear me? Like, can you hear me? Someone tell me if you can hear me. I just realized my speaker's been blocked this whole time. Can you hear me? I'm going to wait till someone says they can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Heather, can you hear me? Jennifer, can you hear me? Okay, thank you, Corey. Okay, thank you. I was like, just saw that my speaker was like in a weirdo place. Is it muffled or is it okay? God, you guys. Like, get your life together, Tiffany Michelle. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Okay. So anyways, so those are the things that I've been able to do for my family. Traveling. And again, that's genuinely my why. Now that I'm in this, that's what I do. I want to be able to give Macy the things that I got as a kid, because on a teacher salary, I can't. We can go on 1 vacation a year. We could stay for that. We've done that, 1 vacation a year, something small, a staycation. We did go on a cruise, but we won that. We won that cruise at a Christmas party, which was insane, but that's it. That's my drive is I want to have the money to travel and to give Macy the things that I got as a kid that I can't give her on a teacher salary. I just can't. Not the way that I do now. I mean, we take 4 ridiculously lavish trips a year the last 2 years. And people are like, why do you travel so much? Like, why do you spend that money? Because I can. Because I have it, and I can spoil my daughter. I can spoil my family, and we can do those things. And it's because of Senegence. And I also want to tell you that I just recently earned my makeup artist certification from Senegence, which was a super neat journey. I was so scared of our makeup and, you know, the creams and the blendings and all that. And it was a really neat journey. And if you're a distributor watching, and if you're a potential distributor watching, I highly encourage you to start out and just balls of the wall, get your makeup artist certification, because it is amazing. You will learn so much. You will build your business. You will find new clients. It's just an amazing journey to take and help build your business. So I highly recommend it if you're thinking about it, or if you're in the middle of it, or if you stopped it, or if you're scared. It's scary. It is, but do it. You know about graduate school. It's paid off. I'm debt free. You know, my doctor program is coming up. That's going to be paid for, and I'll be debt free from that. You know that my goal in life is to always be a university professor, family vacations. We've upped up the family vacations, and that's thanks to Senegence. Earned my MUA. Products. Our products are phenomenal. Like, who knew? Like, this would lead to phenomenal skin. Like, let's just talk about my skin for a minute. As I age, you may be able to see it, but I'm getting like dark spots. We have, and I have red skin. I have like a mild case of rosacea. So the skincare in itself, the climate control, the multivitamin brightening treatment, like everything that I've needed for my skin looks better than it ever has my entire life. Like, I feel prettier now than I did 10 years ago when I was 27.5. I'm just like, I look better. My skin is better. I just know what's going on here. Like, I'm in the beauty industry, and it's just really neat to feel like trendy and up on fashions and stuff like that, especially when you're knocking on 40. Like, that can be kind of hard to do. So, anyways, the products are phenomenal. Foundation, are you serious? Waterproof, Texas proof foundation. Stop it. I can run. I can be out at the zoo. In Las Vegas this summer, this stuff, you can sweat. There is literally no, like, sweat marks. It's crazy. It's phenomenal makeup, phenomenal skincare, phenomenal products. Like, why would you not want to get up to 50% discount on that stuff? Like, let's be smart, right? And that's really it. I hope that I didn't ramble too much. I know there's a scheduled post for 2:00. Why should you choose Senegence over everything else that you have to choose in the direct sales industry? It's easy. All you need is skin, and you're in. That's it. We all have skin. Everybody that passes you has skin, right? If you have skin, you're in. It doesn't matter your education level. It doesn't matter your confidence level. It doesn't matter what your background is. All you need is skin, and you're in. And you have this huge army of men and women behind you, your Sena sisters and your Sena brothers, Cinnamon, that's my favorite word, Cinnamon, that are going to help you and build you up and have all this support and trainings and webinars, free weekly trainings. It's phenomenal what they can help you do. If you don't know anything how to run a business like I didn't, guess what? We can help you with that. We have trainings on that. Like, we teach you all of the tools that you need to have. Senegence is a phenomenal company. Their training is amazing. I have a wild eyelash right there. And if you're scared and you're like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, I don't know all the things, it's okay. We have this phenomenal saying called earn while you learn. That's what you do. You come and you earn while you learn. You get the knowledge. It's just phenomenal. There is nothing better than what I'm doing now. And what I didn't tell you really quickly is, before I did Senegence, I got a real estate license in 2013. I got it. I went to school. I paid $2,000 to get it. Passed my test on the first time by 2 points. That test is super hard. I spent that summer selling some houses. It was like a different world for me. I didn't feel comfortable. I wasn't confident. So I was like, never mind, this isn't for me. And I did that. And then right when school started back that August, I started driving for Uber. And I was an Uber driver for about 14 months. And I could get in my car on a Saturday and go do airport driving. I had some phenomenal Snapchat stories, though. That was a good time. But I was an Uber driver before this. And I haven't Uber driven since I started Senegence because I haven't had to. But I would go away from my family on a Saturday. I'd leave at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd go drive for 10 to 12 hours just to make an extra $100, $125 so I could bring in an extra $400 a month for the family. And I can if I really wanted to, I could reach out today and get 400 in sales today because my customer base is that big. So I was driving for Uber. I forgot to tell you that. That was interesting. It was fun, but there's nothing like being able to stay at home, work from your phone, reach out, do some lives, schedule some, hang on, here goes my kid. Hang on. And just make $400 like super quick, fast, in a hurry. Like my windshield, I'll have it paid for by Friday, guaranteed. So it's just super neat. And it was just interesting that I tried several things before direct sales, and I was always like nose in the air, like, no, thank you. Like, I'm better than that. And here I am killing it in my eyes. So I encourage you to join us, and happy Saturday. Here's to a new you, a new year, and a new career. Bye, you guys. Thanks for listening.